Hey guys, what's going on? It's your buddy Keith, and I am here live again in the control room at the one and only world famous Essex Recording Studios, just outside London in Southend-on-Sea, England, baby. Today we've got a custom ESP Ronnie Wood, that's of course Rolling Stones fame, Telecaster to share with you guys. And good news, we're at almost 10,000 subscribers. We've got like 115 people to go. So keep spreading the word. Let your friends and family know, and hopefully we're going to hit 10K by the end of the month. Very, very excited for that. And other news, the Brit Awards were last night. We did the official commentary here in the studio, actually right here in this room, on national television for GB News. That was really cool. We had Charlotte Auberry in. She did a little sneak peek on the record we're doing with her. And that's catching you up to speed with today's events. Now, to this guitar. This I saw and I had to have it. The color pops. The binding on it. Absolutely awesome. And I have actually wanted one of these for such a long time. And it took finding this very special TER-2 Humbucker version. This is like Ronnie's actual red ESP Telly that you see in loads of photos from back in the day. I'm not a huge fan of his new one that has his name written all the way across here with like a little ESP logo there. I don't like that. It just looks funny, and it's like promoting the guy's handwriting more than it is, just a cool guitar. I don't know why they decided to go in that direction, but finding one with the proper and correct ESP logo is a real treat. No signature written on it. It's in the neck pocket on the body is some Japanese writing and TER-2 Hum, 2 Humbucker. These are ESP humbuckers. That very, very rare, very interesting for a major artist to use the house pickups. These are custom made in Japan. They are fantastic pickups, and it's what Ronnie uses and has always used and continues to use. And if you buy his guitar today, the new modern signature has one of these humbuckers and then a single coil, and that humbucker is, yes, both are, the single and the humbucker are ESP house pickups. How cool is that, guys? There's a few things that are very striking on this. Sometimes you'll see, I think on Ronnie's, I think he's got a couple of these TER-2 Humbucker ones. And I've seen one that has two, both covers, like chrome Gibson style covers, removed, and one that has one on and one off. It's the same pickup, so if you see the covers on them, I think on the signature today, the humbucker has a cover on it, but most of the ones he uses has it removed. But they are the same pickup, so don't get too caught up about that. But the other striking thing is the bridge. Huge, huge piece of real estate here mounted on the top. Interesting, on the ESP, the proper Japanese versions, there is a little gap between the pickguard and the bridge, the real estate here. On the LTD Telecasters you see in other ESP variants of Telecasters, the bridge is usually flush with the pickguard, something I've noticed. So the less expensive models almost look a bit more like correct, or what you would expect to find. Because you can see here on the tone and volume controls, that's flush. But this is correct, so don't think, oh man, what did they do? Other interesting thing with the Telecasters, you can always tell it when it's an ESP, is they have a little angle right here. Might be hard for you to see. And by the way, I apologize if the guitar is coming out a little bit pinkish. Got a lot of neon lights in here. So I'll try to make sure the lighting's correct. But you can see it right here. See how it curves? And then there's kind of just a little bit of a straight edge right there. And then it continues to curve again. That's an ESP signature design on their Telecaster bodies. So perfectly rounded on this side. Little bit of a straight edge there. What else do we have going on? Single ply pickguard on this. This one, I'm not sure if the pickguard is original or not, and I only say that because it does look like the same one that I've seen on his early ones. But the only reason why I'm saying that is because this one was actually signed by him. You can't see it here. I don't think you're going to be able to make it out, but it was signed by him. Let's see if yeah, you might see a little bit of it there. And somebody removed it, rubbed it off, and you can see it with the black light, which I never would have guessed, but eagle-eyed previous owner caught that one. Pretty cool. On the back here, spin this bad boy around, you've got a classic Fender 4-bolt kind of 60s style neck plate with the serial number at the top here. These serial numbers, for the life of me, I'll never understand them. There seems to be no rhyme or reason to them, and sometimes you'll see very low ones that are late, and you'll see very high numbers that are super early. You know, one day maybe we'll get an official answer, but from what I've read, there just never was really great record keeping on these. Going to the neck, so you got the one-piece maple neck with the skunk stripe for the truss rod. That's why they have these. And you see ESP branded vintage style tuners. How cool is that? You've got the proper kind of reflective foil made in Japan sticker. On fakes, you will see this printed on the actual wood. It won't be a sticker. It definitely won't be reflective, but it'll be printed on the wood. That's an important thing to look out for. Very cool. They call this the New York style headstock or the fish hook style. There's a few different names for it. But that is the style headstock that Ronnie Wood has always used. I mean, he's been using these from like day one when ESP started doing Telecasters. It's unreal. I don't actually know the story behind why he went with ESP. Usually when someone's that big, you'd think, oh, they'd be with Gibson or Fender, you know, and they'd be given tons of money, all sorts of stuff. Usually what I find is for the big names that went with relatively new companies in the 80s, especially, you know, ones from overseas in Japan, is that usually a friend recommends one or their guitar tech hands them one in an emergency situation. They end up playing it and they end up falling in love with it, and they say, all right, well, you know, just don't care about the money. I just want to have an awesome guitar with my name on it, and there you go. But if any of you know the story of how Ronnie Wood came to the ESP brand and why he chose this, and you know, any details you can give about the origin story, please leave it in the comment section. I'd love to hear it. I'll do a bit more Googling later, see what I can find. But I'm sure a lot of the fans of the channel will have some knowledge about that. The condition on this thing is incredible. If I had any criticism, I always say this about any guitar. If you've got string ferrules on the back, I never know how to pronounce that, but I like them when they're flush with the body and recessed. You know, I get where people are like, well, the neck plate isn't, so if the neck plate's not going to be, why bother? To me, it's just like a little attention to detail thing, but it is by no means a deal breaker. You know, it's hard to say anything bad about this guitar. It is so good looking and so well balanced. Yeah, really, really a cool Telecaster. I mean, I guess, what do we call two Humbucker Telecasters? We call them Tele Deluxes. If you have a Telecaster Deluxe, in my mind, this is like the best. Visually, sonically, really just comes down to pickups, whatever you prefer. The nice thing about having the routing for two standard humbuckers is you can pop in whatever the heck you want. You know, if you want to do bare knuckles, if you want to do EMGs, this guitar can handle it all. All right, guys. I imagine because there's no back cover here, I imagine that your electrics will be some form of cavity route going on here. Certainly behind this plate, but it'll be interesting to see how much is actually carved out underneath here. Let's see if we can get any indication from the edge there. It looks like there's a ridge. It doesn't look like as if you were to take this off and it would just all be hollow underneath. I don't think there's not much of a knock test you can do. Cool, guys. Well, I'm gonna get going. I'll show you a little up close of these saddles here. Big, like thick, chunky, beefy saddles. These are, by the way, I believe they're called LH-200 pickups. I think that covers about all the bases, guys. Has the fret protector. Will go in either a soft case or a standard hard case, whichever one you prefer. I don't have an ESP branded case for it. And aside from that, I think that gives you a really good idea of what this 2 Humbucker variant looks like. I don't know, enough about the history of the Ronnie Wood guitars to say if this is a prototype. I don't know if he had any sort of connection to it personally. Other than that, it does very much look like he had signed the pickguard previously. Yes, we're in the UK. Yes, the Rolling Stones is a British band. But again, I don't have enough background info on this to give any sort of confirmation with that. You'll just have to use your imagination. I think that's about it, guys. Very, very cool Telecaster. If you're in the market for a Tele, especially a deluxe, and you're looking at spending the money for a USA model, I think this is a better investment. This is a better guitar, but definitely also a better investment. These, I've never seen a 2 Humbucker one come up on the market for sale. So it's one of the reasons why I jumped on it was the fact that I had the 2 humbuckers, and then the big thing is the simplified ESP headstock there. Sorry, it's hard to focus when you've got one hand working the camera. There we go. Yeah, that to me, when I don't know what it is about his signature, but it's just so big and sprawled out on the headstock that it was always a deal breaker that kept me from getting one in the past. So seeing the 2 Humbucker and just a nice clean ESP headstock where you can make this your own guitar. As far as anyone else knows, it's your signature guitar. In fact, put your own favorite pickups in it, and it literally is, because I don't think there's another one out there that will, that you can find anyone playing with that headstock and, whichever custom pickups you would decide to put in if you wanted to change it from Ronnie's tone and sound. Cool. All right, folks, I am out of here. I've got some dinner to go eat and a lot of social media stuff to do. You can find those at Essex Recording Studios. That's Facebook, Essex, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. We're on Twitch now. This thing, I just found one little mark as far as condition. There's a little ding right there, super tiny. The body, I don't see a single scratch or dent anywhere on it. I'm really looking hard here, guys. I mean, this thing, I would certainly rate this as excellent condition. There's the back there. Yeah, I'm struggling to find any sort of damage. Frets. Fantastic shape. Doesn't look like this had any sort of heavy play. This thing looks very, very clean, guys. Cool. I'm going to skedaddle. I will catch you all very soon with more guitars. I've got a lot of exciting stuff to show you. I'm way behind on videos, but I had to do this one just to say hi and just to say thanks for getting us to, man, we're so close to the finish line on 10,000 subs. If you want to buy this guitar, by the way, I can't believe I forgot to say this, but if you want to buy this, our cheapest, best prices, EssexRecordingStudios.com. Go to the for sale section, electric guitars, you'll see it there. This will also be on Reverb and eBay. If you're an American buyer, definitely make sure you buy on our website because, well, one, lowest prices, but two, Half the states in America charge internet sales tax on Reverb, eBay, Amazon, any large marketplaces. So you don't get that when you buy on a small individual business website. A little life hack for you there. Cool. I'm out, guys. I'll see you soon.